Magic. I'm the host of this week's Thinking Outside the Pod episode. I'd like to introduce my very awesome friends.
Jimmy?
And Foster, Fisher, I don't know, whatever the hell everybody keeps calling me.
What are we calling you this week?
Yeah, what do we need to
Fixture?
call
I
you?
don't know. This coming up with something new.
Fixture?
Fixture?
Put the two together.
Fixture. Foss-isher.
Foster.
Foster.
Got it.
All right, Foster. Anyways, this week we've got a treat for you guys. We're going through stuff you may or may not know.
We're gonna blow y'all's minds.
Gonna blow some minds.
Uh-oh.
In a good way, not those weird ways that Foster's looking at me like.
Or an even better way.
That's like your ice cube, dude. It's like,
oh,
hey,
we're blowing things.
All right.
All right. All right. So let's. You guys have any fun facts or anything that you guys can think of that might blow somebody's mind?
Not off the top of my top of my head.
No.
Maybe as we go, I can maybe think of something.
All right. If y'all guys come in with something, chime in. We're gonna start off with things you probably don't know about the Marvel Universe.
Marvel Universe.
The Marvel Universe.
Real quick poll: Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
It depends. Comic books, Marvel, but like cartoons and stuff, I don't know. I lean more towards DC.
Yeah, I could see that. X-Men is pretty good cartoon.
So, I don't know. I guess more recent stuff.
No?
I like more of the DC
The
stuff.
old cartoon, like in the 90s?
Yeah.
Nah, I thought that was a crappy cartoon.
I thought it was all right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't really watch too much of it as a kid.
I didn't like the animation in it at all.
Yeah, I mean it was old.
It was old. What do you want?
No, I mean it was new at the time and it sucked.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I liked it.
I liked the comic books, but I was like not a fan of that other stuff, dude.
Yeah, back when I was a kid, I was watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and like Ghostbusters and stuff like that.
Ghostbusters was one of my favorite cartoons.
I don't think I ever watched the Ghostbusters cartoon.
Did you ever see the real Ghostbusters, which was like the knockoff with like that monkey?
No.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I was so young back then. I can
No,
barely remember it.
I used to watch when I was growing up. I used to watch He-Man cartoons and Thundercats.
Yeah, like the Hanna-Barbera.
So I used to watch some
Yeah.
Thundercats every once in a while. I mean, I never really got into it.
Thundercats was my shit.
Yeah, I used to
doggies.
watch it when it was on or something, or when there was nothing else on. But I guess
Yeah,
it was
even
more.
the-
I was more Nickelodeon
Yeah,
cartoons.
that's usually-
whenever I was growing up. I guess
when I was growing up, there was no cartoons on Nickelodeon. It was still you couldn't do that on television. Was still on there.
Oh,
And
really?
they would drop slime on everybody.
Yeah, well, no, I watched some of those. Like the Truth or Dare.
Truth or Dare, Guts. I
Yeah,
remember
things like
that.
that.
Double Dare.
Double
yeah,
Dare.
That's what it was, yeah.
Double
And-
Dare. That
yeah,
was
and,
one of my
There's
favorite
like
shows.
that Kingdom of the Forbidden Temple or something.
that
like
came
that.
a little later. Yeah,
Yeah.
they had
Like-
that too.
Yeah, I watched those. Yeah, I watched those kind of things. But yeah, like cartoons, Rugrats,
Hey Arnold,
yeah,
Rocco's Modern Life.
Two Angry Beavers.
Two Angry Beavers was
Or it
awesome.
was
I
just
remember
Angry
that.
Beavers. Yeah, that's right. That's pretty funny.
All right.
Oh,
I never saw really any of those. I've heard of some of those, like the Two Angry Beavers. I've heard of. I know of like
Rocco's Modern Life.
Cat Dog. I remember
Rocco's-
Cat Dog.
Yeah, Cat
That was
Dog.
like the 2-in-1.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
cat and the dog. How'd
Yeah,
they go to the
yeah.
bathroom?
I'd see the like T-shirts and stuff. You know what I mean? Cat Dog.
Yeah.
How did it go to the bathroom?
Never was explained.
Yeah, they never explained it.
Oh.
It wasn't important.
I think they've
That's
asked
like
the
a-
question on the show, but they're just like, you don't want to know or something like. There's some they just blew it off, but
It looks like
it
a-
was kind of like the joke on it.
Crazy cartoon human centipede style.
Back before Human Centipede.
Oh, speaking of human centipede, how did you guys find out about that movie?
I heard about it word of mouth. I never saw it.
You never saw it?
No, I know.
I think I saw a reference to it on like Robot Chicken or something like
Yeah,
that.
I
I
know
can't
they did it
remember.
at South Park.
South Park I think is where I saw
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I saw it referenced in something. I can't remember what exactly. It may have been South Park. I
Did
don't
you watch
remember.
it? Have you
I have
seen
not
it?
seen
I pulled
it.
it
no.
out
No,
of
no.
I pulled it out of Redbox, started to watch some of it, and like maybe about 20 minutes into it, 30 minutes into it, like right when it started going on where he was, I was like, you know what, I cannot watch this.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, I took it back to Redbox and I wanted to leave a note in there for like the next person that says, just
Don't watch this
don't
movie."
watch this movie.
Return it now.
Yeah,
Oh,
don't
no.
take it. I'll just leave it here on the sidewalk. Well, let's get into some
never
of these.
watched it. Never going to.
Let's get into some of these. Well, they made a part 2, I heard,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
I
something
saw,
like
it was
that.
on
God.
Netflix for a while. I don't know if it's still there, but no,
hope
I'm
not.
not gonna watch it. I'm not into those kind of movies.
Me neither.
Give me a movie that I can enjoy and not vomit.
Yeah, that was gross.
But yeah, we're gonna blow y'all's minds.
I think we already have.
First fun fact. Well, we started off good, man. So let's
Here we
let's
go.
get into this here. Marvel superhero universe. the original Incredible Hulk was introduced to be gray was his original color, but he turned into green because in the 60s the color separation in the print was so awful. You guys seen like episodes where, well, like nowadays they have different color versions of him. They have both of them, I think, still, right?
A Gray Hulk? Is there a Gray Hulk anymore?
I
know
I've
it started out that way because it was based off Frankenstein.
So, man, I know I've seen pictures of a Gray Hulk, but I never knew why.
I think there was two of them because the Gray Hulk was the more attitude-driven one, and the green one was like
nowadays.
They were like different, not different versions, but different. I don't know how to explain it.
Like emotions from Bruce or something?
Like the green one was more...
anger?
More something else, but I just remember the gray one was like more easily pissed off.
No, I never knew that. No, I knew it was gray, and then I know they switched it to green. I thought it was for like because green was cheaper or something, like as an ink, because then they were going to be using a lot of green, so they wanted to use a cheaper ink. So that's what I thought it was. But that's something I knew.
What do y'all think about? What do you think would have how the X-Men comics and the movies and all that would have been if Wolverine had actually mutated from a real Wolverine, kind of like the Ninja Turtles?
He probably wouldn't have been as good of a character. I don't know.
I don't think so either.
I mean,
think
he's
that
like
just sounds lame.
I don't think he would have been part of the X-Men because it didn't seem like him, morphing from a Wolverine would have fit in with the world because the idea of X-Men is supposed to be humans that have mutated, not
an animal that mutated.
I mean, it's fine if a human gets animal powers. I mean, if it's that way, but if he's a Wolverine that turns into a human, that's a little awkward.
Yeah,
still like shitting in the carpet and shit in the house.
I mean, that'd be fine with like Japanese stuff. You're like, oh hell, they can do crazy shit all the time. So I mean, but American cartoon, I don't think it would have worked out too well.
I just imagine that movie with Howie Mandel called Walk Like a Man, where he was raised by wolves and he belonged to a rich family that left him out in the woods, and the wolves raised him. So years later they find him and it's Howie Mandel. He's got like all this hair everywhere and he's running around on all fours, and they shave him and dress him up real nice, but he still like acts like a wolf.
I've heard that's supposed to be a true story. I mean, this was just left out. I mean,
it's
probably based off of.
But it's a comedy, so it's like, what would happen if this wolf kid would turn into a man raised by wolves and like try to fit back into like I think Christopher Lloyd is his bigger older brother, and he's like trying like so hard not to have him do all this crazy shit, and the grandmother is like kind of off her rocker. So she just loves it, and like he starts howling and stuff at the dinner table, and her grandmother's howling with him. Oh. He's like, "Don't howl with him," You got to check it out. It's called Walk Like a Man with Howie Mandel. It's a great movie, dude.
When is it? 80s? Was that 80s?
Yeah, like 80s movie.
Christopher Lloyd and Howie Mandel, 80s.
But yeah, that's what I think of when I think of Wolverine being a mutated Wolverine. It's like he's still like scratching fleas.
Yeah, I don't think he would have taken off as much as he has. Because I mean, he's like one of the best known X-Men. I mean,
you think Hugh Jackman wanted to play him?
Probably not.
Who knows?
He probably wouldn't have been. Well, I don't know. I mean, it depends on how they have written it, but
it'd definitely be a lot different nowadays.
Yeah, it's true. What is a Wolverine? I mean,
I think of honey badger,
like a badger, like just a brown honey badger, and it's just a Wolverine. Because I know. No, that's Tasmanian devil. Never mind, that's different.
Yeah, those are little things that growl like
that
crazy.
Spin real fast.
Yeah, Jimmy. they try to talk.
Yes,
but
they make
no
little
sense.
tornadoes. Yeah,
they try to talk but make no sense.
Okay, that animal, I got it.
What what other kind of failed like animal evolved human would have like the shittiest superpowers?
Oh, what's the worst thing? Yeah.
Well, they have Aquaman. I mean, he's kind of useless. You know what I mean?
But he's not evolved from a fish, though.
Like,
I mean, think of it. You're evolved from a fish.
Like the worst animal.
You can kind of breathe underwater, and that's basically
That'd be about it. Yeah, it's like, great. All right. You can go underwater.
You're
Good
tasty
for you.
if they barbecue you.
Well, I mean, if you were like a fish mutant, I mean, you could like, Yeah, I guess breathe underwater. Yeah, that's pretty much all you can do.
it.
Yeah, that's all fish. That's what fish. Yeah, sloth.
Sloth would be
Super
that would
slow.
suck.
Like not Flash.
It's like, great, I can
anti-Flash.
hang here for hours on hours. Great, that's a
look,
superpower there.
Mold is growing on me. Awesome.
Takes me days to walk across my living room.
Yeah, and their like bones are so weak they can't like even if they're on the ground they can't
can't
they
stand.
can't pick themselves up because they're so like muscles.
Atrophied out. Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah, that'd be a
dude.
bad superhero.
It's like you don't get superpowers; you actually lose power.
like can I? It's like, okay, everyone, change into your animal forms, and the sloth guy's like, no, I'll just stay a human. I mean, I'll just grab this gun over here. I don't want to turn.
We don't use guns, sloth man. We're superheroes.
Well, I'm turning into a villain now.
Yes. All of you are dead. All of y'all bulletproof ones are still alive, though. It says Stan Lee vetoed the idea of having him evolve from a Wolverine.
Stan Lee's a genius.
I did see this video about honey badgers and this guy who had a couple of them, and they would always find ways to
Get
escape.
out.
Yeah, have you seen that video?
I saw that video too.
The male one waits at the bottom, and the female one climbs up the gate and unlocks the latches, even though they like tie it on with wire. She unlocks both latches, and then the male pushes the door open after she climbs back down.
Oh wow!
So he put him in this like containment,
like this
with, like, a
concrete barrier.
It was amazing, dude. This dude pulled out sticks, put the stick in the corner, and then climbed up the stick to get out.
Yeah,
they took all the sticks out.
Yeah,
so
he would get on a tree.
Yeah.
He would get on a tree, and like the tree would bend over, and he'd get out that way. They cut out all the trees around the side, and then he'd find sticks. And
they took the sticks. He rolled rocks in a pile and used the rocks to climb out. They took all the rocks. He put mud in the way to get out.
They accidentally left a rake in there one day. He got out from there
with the rake. Man, they said that he was just amazed at like how developed their brains were, like problem solving, because this little dude would not stay in there.
Yeah, they would. They kept wanting to keep him in because he would actually go. I guess it was like a habitat or something, and he would keep going into the lions thing and just like torture the lions. The honey badger would just like chase the lions.
Oh wow!
Around. It's
honey
ridiculous.
badgers don't give a shit, man.
I'll get a link to that video. I'll
yeah, what, you're bigger than me? To keep me? Screw you.
Yeah, honey badger don't care.
Well, it's like little dogs, because we used to have a pug. And it's just like big dogs like, oh, screw you, I ain't afraid of you.
Yeah, it's like
what are you doing?
And stuff.
Leave the St. Bernard alone, please.
Yeah, I got a half Chihuahua, half Jack Russell Terrier.
Oh, sounds like the worst dog ever.
I got he's vicious. My dad bought a Beware of Dogs sign that we put in front of the window because. And the funny thing is like when I first walked up and I saw the Beware of Dogs sign, like right next to it, you see the curtains open up a little bit and this little head peek out from the window. And I was like, really, man? Come on.
Hey, man, those Chihuahuas hurt. I mean, I hate Chihuahuas. I had one bit me once. And it's like a little bastard. It hurts.
He doesn't
like
bite, but like he like snaps at everything.
I had a Chihuahua like snap at my face because I was like, oh, you're so cute, and then like put my face up next to his, and he's like, I'm like, okay, never mind, not cute.
After my dog makes friends with you, you're cool, but like when you first walk in the door, he'll be all over you, man.
Oh no, it's like this Chihuahua that bit me. I mean, it was one of those. It loved my mom and sister, but man, it hated me.
Everyone else, right?
No, just me. I don't know why. I was like,
you make dogs hate you.
Like it would chase me around just to growl at me. I did nothing to you. I was trying to be nice to it. It bit me once, and I was like, all right, well, I hate Chihuahuas from now on.
Yeah, I don't like Dalmatians because Dalmatian bit me. That's what happened there. Yeah, that's the one dog that bit me is Dalmatian. So I don't like them.
Did you guys know that Marvel released their adaptation of Star Wars 2 to 3 months before the actual movies were released in theaters?
I did not. What do you like?
Marvel had an adaptation of Star Wars? I didn't even know that.
Had like a comic book of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You mean a comic book? Okay.
I'm gonna save the link and I'll give it to you. There's an image right here of it that we've got here.
Before the movie,
the greatest space fantasy film of all time, Star Wars. So I guess it's.
So, that's weird.
It says, "Enter Luke Skywalker. Will he save the galaxy or destroy it?"
Well, it's one of those. If I've seen that happen with certain movies, like a video game or something else will come out before. So I mean, it doesn't make it's not.
I guess this is before like the video games were like when comic books were still popular. At the bottom here it says Marvel's epic official adaptation of the monumental 20th Century Fox film.
So it must have been like.
It was released before the movie.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Sure.
Well, yeah, but
I could see that.
How did they didn't know it was going to be big? I guess it doesn't matter.
Who knows? It could have been George Lucas talked to him beforehand and said, "Hey, put out these comic books before. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
I mean, nowadays it's commonplace. I never heard of that before, but maybe it was. I mean, I was never in the comic book, so I don't know that world.
Yeah, I wasn't around. That's,
that's true. I wasn't.
We weren't around when the first Star Wars came out.
Did you know that DC's Comics parent company, Warner Communications, approached Marvel Comics editor-in-chief in 1884 about licensing publishing rights of the entire DC universe to them? He figured that they were better suited to make successful comic books featuring Batman, Superman, and the Justice League because he really didn't believe that those comic books would sell because the characters weren't very good.
So they tried to sell off DC to Marvel?
They tried to lease it to Marvel to successfully make these characters more interesting because they figured they weren't going to be interesting enough. Mm-hmm. I mean, those are the three of the Batman, Superman are still around to these days. Yeah. And the Justice League, like, we've discussed it before with it. That we thought they're talking about making a movie on it.
Yeah, I think it's definitely happening. I think that's
stuff I heard about. Yeah, pretty sure there's one coming.
Yeah, I think the DC cinematic universe plan got leaked. So it's Justice League is happening, and I think like Aquaman, they're all having like their own standalone movies.
I hope so, man. I really love Aquaman, but I don't see that being a very good movie,
They did that on Entourage. I mean, that was the... did you watch Entourage?
Nope.
Well, yeah, the Adrian Brody's character, I forgot what his name was in the show, but his like breakout film was he starred as Aquaman. So, and it was a big hit. So
maybe
it was like James Cameron directed it. So
I mean, you never know.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the thing is like the movies. I mean, even if the character's bad, if they get a good writer in there, a good director, good cinematographer, and things like that, I mean, it's really hard to make just based on any character. You can make any movie good if you have a good background staff.
Well, it's like the newest Superman movie was pretty good. I mean, I especially enjoyed like the fighting scenes and stuff like that because I think they finally had enough. I don't know exactly how to describe it, but I guess flow. I mean, it looked more like a cartoon as opposed to real world fighting, and they added like a lot of blur effects and just like over the top. Like you could tell like they had all the special effects. You could sense power, I guess.
Yeah.
And for once, they finally got it looked more like a comic book. They did a real life adaptation. And it was like, great.
Like the old timey Superman movie fights are kind of laughable.
Yes.
It's like just random punches. And
well, those were ridiculous. Some of them were ridiculous.
Yeah. I like all these movies that are coming out now. Like they're all good. I mean, so.
Well, it's like if you ever want to see a movie that I think it's like the comic book feel down, Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yeah,
that was awesome, a really good one.
Look to it. I loved it. Edgar Wright was the director of that.
That was
God, it was so good.
In my mind, I'm like, whoa! When I saw it, I was like, whoa! That's they felt like a comic book, real life comic book.
They didn't take it too seriously. I mean, they threw in like the
sound
sound effects and the little graphics.
Yeah, like the old '80s video games and stuff.
I mean, like the screen splits, like both coming at each other.
Yeah, whenever they were fighting. Scott Pilgrim versus and then like number 2.
That was always cool because like in the comic books you have like that progressive illustration where you have like splits so that you can see like action happening in different scenes. I thought that really was cool.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's Edgar Wright, and he was going to do Ant-Man, but
he should have done Ant-Man.
He's not doing Ant-Man anymore, so. That would
How the hell he's going to make Ant-Man more interesting than Edgar Wright? You know what I mean? Nobody can make him more interesting than Edgar Wright.
I mean, they didn't. I guess they... I don't know. But
maybe they want to bore people to death?
I think they didn't. They had their own idea, and Edgar wanted to do something different. Amazing, probably, I would assume, because he's Edgar Wright. But they didn't have that same idea.
They're like, you want how much for this movie?
It's like, you want to do what? No, you can't do something weird.
Well, I think the premise was like the original Ant-Man could grow as well as shrink, right?
I don't know. I don't know Ant-Man.
I heard something about them that there was a conflict of interests because one of them wanted him to be able to
grow and be
the
small.
Other one wanted him just to be small. But I think I've seen comic books where like they show the Avengers and like there's this giant Ant-Man in the background behind them all, So I think he used to be able to go both ways. Whoa. Did I just say that?
Whoa.
Maybe Edgar wanted to take it a way different direction.
Uh-oh. Now we know why.
Switching topics, guys. Did you know Marvel owned the term zombie from 75 to 96?
I heard that. Yeah, I heard that. That's crazy.
They let it go because they realize it's impossible to enforce the trademark on it.
Yeah, which is good. You always hear about those people that like coin words and patent it or copyright it. Or
That makes me wonder. It's like, what are you gonna do? I mean, you're gonna sue everybody who ever once says it. I mean, why? Why do you want to?
I wonder if they. I mean, if they still kept it, like they kept up with that thing, it would probably be worth a lot. I mean, there was that big zombie craze that went around, so they could have
sparkling vampires. I mean,
yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, but
there's only one type of vampire: the Lost Boy style vampires. Those are real. Okay, you guys just totally. Do y'all know who the Lost Boys are?
I've heard of it, but
I don't think I've ever seen the movie. But
watch the movie.
What are their what is like? They're just like real vampires.
They're just more like punk rock. It's in the 80s. They're more punk rock. They ride bikes and motorcycles and stuff, and they're like old school punk rock.
See, I like
dangly
Nosferatu. I mean, that's my.
That's when you think of Underworld. I think of like Underworld or Blade. I mean, those are my.
Blade was okay. The first one was pretty good. The other ones were kind of.
I like Trinity. Trinity was good. It had Jessica Biel in it.
I like Trinity from Matrix. She's kind of cool.
Yeah. What's her name? I forgot.
Trinity from Matrix.
the documentary, of course.
Oh yeah.
Actors. What?
Going back to the Incredible Hulk, guys. The Incredible Hulk was giving the name Robert Bruce Banner because Stan Lee accidentally wrote some comics with his name as Bob Banner rather than Bruce Banner.
Oh.
So they named him Robert Bruce Banner so that Bob Banner
in
was
the show, was it Robert Bruce or Robert Banner? It was David. No, it was David, wasn't it? In the show?
In the old school show, it was Bruce Banner.
Are you sure? I thought they called him David or something weird.
Like, I don't remember.
I think they did it because they just wanted to do something different. Like, they didn't want to. That's what I thought. I'm going to look that up real quick.
Look that up real quick.
But yeah, I thought it was something weird. Let me look. You could go to the next one or talk more.
We're just going to wait.
Really?
Yeah,
let's just wait. We can't go on now, Jimmy. Come on.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Yeah, I barely remember the whole cartoon. I mean, I only
watch it.
I watched it a little bit as a kid, but
the cartoon. They had a cartoon.
They did.
Huh. I never watched any of the movies. I watched the first one and I thought it sucked. And then like the last movie they had was kind of alright, I guess. But no, actually the only time I liked the Incredible Hulk in any movie is in the Avengers fucking movie. He is the shit in the Avengers movie, and everything else is just kind of like.
Yeah, I mean it's okay. I mean it's just a little bit of the comic.
David Banner.
David Banner.
Let me look.
Let me find out the television show.
Yeah, in the 1978 show.
Wow, I did not know that.
His name was David Banner. I keep wanting to say it was because they just wanted it to be different, but keep talking. Okay, so Avengers Hulk. You like the Avengers Hulk?
Yes, I like the Avengers Hulk.
The Edward Norton one?
No. Who else played him?
I don't remember.
Actually, that little dude they had in Avengers playing him, he's probably like the best one so far,
Mark
man.
Ruffalo, yeah.
Because the other Hulk guys, I don't really get off to any of those.
I didn't mind even like the what was his name? The first one with the first one they did with I can't think of his name.
All right. While you're looking up that, we're gonna go to the next one.
No, it was called David Banner. But the other, there's 3 Hulk movies. They had
wasn't it Christian Bale, bat dude who played Batman? It wasn't him.
No, it wasn't him.
I don't think so.
It kind of looks similar, kind of. I forgot the guy's name, but the guy.
I am the Batman.
I am. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Yeah.
Where is she?
But the other movies I didn't mind. I mean, the director of the first one was kind of weird about it, so he made it like weird, that first movie. But the second movie I didn't mind with Edward Norton. It was fine. I mean, it had the Abomination he was fighting in.
I don't remember
and
that. Was it Nick Nolte?
No, that was the first. That was the first one.
Oh, okay.
That was the first one with the weird director. He's the one that did Brokeback Mountain. The director of Brokeback Mountain was the director of the Hulk.
Brokeback Hulk Mountain.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
They both get it.
Bruce
from the Hulk.
Oh no.
Yeah, they don't have any choice in it now.
But yeah, the second one with Edward Norton was good, and they referenced it in the Avengers. Like last time I was in New York, I broke Harlem or whatever. Like that line is a reference to the.
I think the actor that got to play him in the Avengers kind of looks more like I think Bruce Banner would look like.
Yeah,
Edward Norton. Like I don't know. No.
I think the other guy. The first Hulk I think looked fine as Bruce Banner. But I don't know his name.
I like the television show Bruce Banner. He was really cool. Moving along, guys. I got
David
a
Banner.
very
David Banner.
David Banner. That dude was
That guy was a good David
He
Banner.
looked like a great David Banner.
Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah,
the-
no,
the Hulk.
the Lou Ferrigno will always be the Hulk.
Oh my God, CGI.
Always.
You can't do the Hulk without CGI.
Yeah, you can,
Lou Ferrigno,
dude.
he was beloved
He's
maybe,
a
but
beast, man.
but
Come on, man. You would not be saying that if he was standing here right
of
now.
course
Well,
not.
of course
Because
not.
I'm a nice person, but
No,
Kick
F
your ass.
that. You have something about some self-preservation. Like, oh yeah, I love your films, Mr. Ferrigno.
Like, please don't kill me.
But
Please don't kill me.
but
He's
no,
like 80 years
you
old and
can't-
still beat all three of us
You
up.
can't you can't paint a bodybuilder and say he's the Hulk. I mean, it just wasn't right.
Foster, how do you feel about this?
I don't remember.
Well, no, I never watched it either. I've seen
How
pictures
about,
of it. It was a bodybuilder. They painted him green, and
You guys paint me green, and we'll see what we can do to make you change y'all's mind.
Too much Photoshop involved. That'll take a long time.
No, we'll just paint me green. I'll go with no shirt, and I'll show you how to be a Hulk without CGI.
it was.
Well, that's not
I
hard to
can't-
do. I mean,
Like I said, I never watched
See?
it. I can't imagine it being good. I can't imagine it holding up. Like, definitely, if you've seen Avengers Hulk, there's no way you can say that that's better than the 78 version. A bodybuilder painted green.
Well, I don't like the other versions of the CGI Hulk. The Avengers Hulk is the first time I actually wanted to see more of him. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
The other movies, even with the CGI Hulk, I was just kind of like, it didn't do anything.
Yeah,
for me.
I don't think they can do an honest to goodness Hulk.
But
without
when you
CGI.
have David Banner, falling to the ground, and they zoom in his eyes, and they're changing colors, and then a puff of smoke, and it's freaking Lou Ferrigno in some tight purple pants. Dude, it doesn't get any better than that. You know what I mean?
I don't
It
know.
doesn't.
Maybe it's good for 70s, but no, today I can't.
Good
I can't
forever, Jimmy.
Can't imagine it being good. Oh no, there's a red Hulk now.
Oh, there is.
I
There
know.
is.
That was the big episode of that series. That's why I said it.
The Red Hulk.
Yeah.
jeez.
All right, guys, keeping
I'm
up
sorry,
with the little
people
list
that
here.
like that show. Whatever.
Michael Jackson looked into buying Marvel Comics in the late 90s because he wanted to play Spider-Man in a movie. How do you think Michael Jackson would have done? I think he would have made him more like Peter Pan instead of
I
Peter
would say it would have
Parker.
been very weird.
It depends on the which Michael Jackson we're talking.
In the
70s?
90s.
Oh, in the 90s. Okay, that's when he
Yeah,
was
not
starting
the
to
Thriller
get weird.
Michael Jackson.
Isn't he starting to
This is
get
the white
weird?
Michael Jackson.
I mean, I don't know. I don't. Michael Jackson bought the Beatles back catalog, so he's that rich, so he could do whatever he wants, whatever.
I'm glad he
But
didn't
I don't-
sell him
yeah, I don't-
Spider-Man.
It would have
Yeah.
been weird, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
It would've been very weird.
Make it a
That's
musical or
beyond
something.
weird.
I mean, they
They-
actually did make a
which they
musical,
did.
but I guess more of a pop musical,
Yeah.
I guess.
Did they? I never. They should have filmed it, and because I don't go to theater or anything, but
There's a few good plays. I've been to a few.
I'm not against it. I just never go. but I heard that.
Hey, don't
that
knock the producers. That's pretty good.
the producers. The movie was alright.
Spam-A-Lot. That was pretty good.
I never saw that.
Monty Python is good.
I saw Monty
Have you heard
Python.
Springtime
Well, that
for
was-
Hitler?
No.
Yeah,
I was going to say that's from the producers.
Huh.
Yeah, the Will Ferrell played the guy who wrote the play and the producers in the
I'm going to have
movie.
to check those
It's the
out.
Book
I'm
of
gonna have to
Mormon
look
from
into that.
I want to see
South
that.
Park guys. That was pretty good.
When you saw it, did it come here or did it?
It
go
was
to-
yeah. We saw it here at the
Man,
was
that's
it?
one I'd like to see.
the Majestic Theater. That's
Mhm.
where we saw it.
I'd like to see that one.
Speaking of the Avengers, a little while ago, Loki's first appearance in Marvel Universe predates that of his brother Thor's first appearance by 13 years.
Wow.
That's kind of a fun
And
fact.
does it say what he was in, which comic he was in, if it
No.
wasn't Thor?
Uh-uh.
That's weird. I guess.
Actually, let me see. I might be able to find that in one
Well,
second.
yeah.
Discuss.
Discuss.
Loki's good. I like him. I
Yeah,
think
he's
rewatched
a
the
good
second
character.
I mean, I've seen the movies. Yeah, I mean, they were all right. But I mean, I never was really into comic books as a kid. I mean,
Yeah.
I was more into video
Well, no,
games
yeah,
and stuff.
Thor. Me as well. I haven't watched
Venus Volume
Oh.
16. It was 10 cents. Romantic tales of fantasy. Venus, goddess of love. Wrath of a goddess.
And had
Was
Loki.
Loki's first appearance August 1949.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
a
that's
long
way
time ago.
before my time. Yeah.
definitely.
Really, Foster?
Yes, really.
Aren't you immortal?
But my secret's out. I must kill you now.
My secret is out.
But yeah, I like the actor that plays Loki is good. Tom Huddleston or something like that.
I have no idea.
Yeah, in the movies he's good. I just watched Thor 2.
Avengers writer Steven Englehart made a point of portraying Beast as a stoner in the 70s, even though he was not allowed to make direct references to drugs. He had the character portray him because he wanted the character to convey that he was young, an intellectual guy who had become hip during like that time, you know. So he like the character Beast was, if you go back in the books, he was a stoner in college, I guess.
Really? I don't know. Every reference I've ever seen of him, he's always like a doctor or something like that. So, I mean, I guess that
doctors experimented with LSD back in the 60s and 70s,
I guess. Yeah. I mean, I've never seen anything like that. I mean, also, I haven't read, much of the comic books. I mean, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I thought that was fun because, every time...
Kelsey Grammer as the Beast, did you like that in the movie? Kelsey Grammer, Frasier.
Which movie? Which movie?
Which one?
It was X-Men. It was in the second or third one.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I know. I heard that he was into it, but I don't think I seen him play that.
Yeah, he had a cameo.
I seen the kid one. In the glasses. That kid.
The new Days of Future Past.
Huh.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, just as did you see that one?
I saw it. Yeah.
You haven't seen it yet, Patrick, right? Okay. Well, at the end where Wolverine is walking through the school,
okay,
Beast walks past him.
Oh, really? I didn't.
It was Kelsey Grammer.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
But he did a cameo. That's weird. That's a weird casting decision. But I mean, it was fine.
I guess it kind of works.
It is kind of weird.
Beast in the movies, he did all the kid Beast. That guy is kind of weird.
I kind of dug him. I think he was like the Beast-looking kid.
Well, I thought. But
I'd have loved to see that kid play like an older stoner Beast too. That'd have been great,
Yeah, they played him like as a nerdy kid. But yeah, it's all right. Like I said, I like all these movies.
Marvel continued to use Godzilla till the mid '80s, even though their license to publish comics featuring him had expired. That's cool.
And then Asian
was
just like whatever, I guess, whatever. We're not.
I bet they were probably pretty ticked off, but there's not. What are they going to do? I mean, unfortunately, there's not much they can do.
Yeah, go after.
Say please stop. It's like, well, all right, why don't you come over here and make us.
Come make me stop. Yeah, Chinese. No, wait, not
Japanese,
Chinese. Whatever. Asian.
Racist.
I'll figure it out.
They're all the same. Oh no, Patrick.
I'm sorry. I'm not meaning to offend any of our Asian background listeners. All right, guys. That's I think that's kind of enough for our comic series there. Do you guys have anything else interesting you want to bring up about comic books?
Not really.
No, I'd like to get into comics, but I never. I've said that before on the
There's
podcast.
way too many.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to get into it, but I haven't.
Well, I got into them, but at the time I got into them, they were just pumping out a whole lot of comic books, and I realized now, going back and looking at some of the ones that I have, that they're not really worth as much as some maybe from like 5 to 10 years before that, because they were just like in
mass produced.
Well, now they're super mass produced. I mean, that's the same thing. Like as a kid, I used to kind of collect Star Wars toys until I realized, oh man, they mass produce these things. They're not going to be worth anything in the future anymore. So then I just kind of stopped. So I had a couple of cool ones, but I'm just like, have to destroy a lot of figures to make it worth something.
All right, we're gonna go through a little speed round, kind of. I'm gonna name off some things and see what you guys think about it. Foster, Jimmy tried it a second ago. I don't know if he was successful or not, but can you hum while holding your nose?
Yeah, it's
no. Really? Did you do it earlier?
No. It's weird to do. No,
you can't.
Yeah, like you can start, but like the air has nowhere to go
because I mean it's like trying to talk with your nose closed. That's really awkward.
When you hum, the air comes out of your nose. So if you hold your nose, you can't.
Does that count?
I don't think that doesn't sound like humming to me.
As long as you leave your mouth open.
If you leave your mouth open a bit, but that's not how people hum. Oh no!
I think
he exploded.
The air had to go somewhere. went the other way. No, that's weird. Humming while holding your nose. I mean, if you think about it, you're like, I can do that, but you can't.
Also, trying to lick your elbow. You think about it, but then you're like,
you can do it. Man. I bet you can do it.
Well, no, most people
it's physically
can't.
Really? Unless you have a shortened arm.
Like
it's
Tyrannosaurus Rex arms. I bet my tongue is just extremely long.
I mean, unless you have a freakishly long one, it's got to be really long.
He can lick Foster's elbow from there.
Oh, that's a little creepy.
Jimmy,
but
you wish, my friend.
There's people that can do it. It's very rare, the people that can do it. I've seen a couple.
Lick Foster's elbow?
Yeah. But no, it's like I'd say like 99% of people can't do it because I mean it's just that
It's
like, it's just that far away. But
it's
some
the
people,
way your arm is made. I mean, when you look at it, it's a straight bone. I mean, you can't. How are you going to get
I
any
get a
closer?
straight bone.
Whoa,
People can lick. Not
Oh.
you guys.
Calm down.
All right, guys. Russia has a larger surface than what planet? Or used to be planet.
Well, that just gives it away.
Oh.
Yeah,
I mean,
'cause-
still is a planet.
yeah, because
Pluto.
there you go. My Mickey Mouse is puppy, right?
Yeah, I've always thought that was weird. Pluto is a dog, but then Goofy also is a dog. And they're in the same
But
universe.
Goofy uses pants and Pluto doesn't. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
and like Goofy can talk, and Pluto is just a dog.
What is up with that?
That's-
I was going to say go ask Walt Disney, but he's kind of dead. I mean,
no, he's frozen somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
didn't he freeze his
cryogenic-
head, right?
No,
No?
who
no,
knows?
that's an urban legend.
Are you sure? Well, like, I guess, why would you just want to freeze your head? I'd have him freeze all of me. You know what I mean?
That's
Futurama, sheesh.
Yeah,
Have the little head capsules.
But
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
That's
It's like at what point would it be like, wait a minute, instead of taking my head off of the body, why don't we just freeze the entire body? Maybe for like storage reasons, we can only store the head.
I have no idea.
No, I don't know.
I don't know. It takes up a lot less space to store a head than the
Yeah.
entire body.
Takes less power to keep
I-
a head alive, I guess. Maybe I don't know.
I
I
don't
like
know.
this.
I've
I
never-
like this one. Mars is entirely populated by robots.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as far as we know.
Yeah, that's.
I mean,
it's true.
Yeah, when you think of it, we don't know. I mean,
Uh-huh. What else would they be inhabited by?
Aliens.
Foster. What kind of
I-
aliens, bro?
Did you see? did
there
y'all-
could be microorganisms. Who knows? I mean,
Yeah,
when you think of it, because what counts as a life form? Like an
What are
amoeba
those
or
little
something.
those little things that they say can like survive extreme
Oh,
heat?
I-
They look
I-
like little worms with 2 mouths or
It's
something.
like tardigrades or something
yeah,
like that.
there you go.
Yeah.
That's
You
why I
never
got
know. I mean,
tartar sauce or whatever.
'cause we don't know until we
sauce.
can actually go up there and start actually really exploring the planet, other than just with little robots.
Yeah.
We don't know.
It's true.
I mean, they've
Well,
shown
aren't they
signs of
making,
water.
like a way for like people to like get a flight to Mars, but they won't be able to come back. Or
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
like
that-
they're getting people together, and they're pretty much going to go there, and then they're pretty much going to die on Mars. 'Cause, I mean,
that.
I-
Sounds awful.
yeah, but
Well,
I don't know. On one hand, it'd be
It's a-
cool, but on the other hand, for me, it's like
I was the first person on Mars, and then
and
like
I
there's nobody
died
else
in
there.
2 weeks.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it sounds cool, but it's like I'll
When
wait
the fuck
until
are we getting to Burger King?
I'll wait until there's round trips.
I mean, that'd be awesome,
I'll wait
yeah.
until they got Pizza Hut. At least give me a break.
Yeah, you're just gonna be eating toothpaste the whole time. up
yeah,
over there.
tardigrades and sauce and shit.
Did y'all see John Carter? It talked about Martian aliens.
I
and
saw
stuff.
some
I
of
think I
it.
saw parts of
I
it.
haven't
but-
seen the
It
ending
was-
yet, but I wanted to.
Well, I'm gonna tell you it. No,
Uh-oh.
I'm not gonna say it. But yeah,
Spoiler
it was
alert.
not a well. Did not make a lot of money that movie, but
I heard it
Yeah.
wasn't that good. I mean, that's all
yeah,
I
it wasn't
heard.
bad. I mean, it was
Not
kind of
great.
has a weird, like a twist ending that you didn't see
Oh
coming.
man,
Yeah, but no, it was good. It wasn't bad. It was just I think they
awful at the end.
no, no, it was a fine movie. I recommend you watching it, but it just I think they didn't market it right or something, or there was another movie like a big movie that like Avatar like came out like near there or something.
Fucking Avatar.
Like some movie was like really big around like the
Who
same
the
time,
fuck wants to see these
or
blue
they
freaks?
pushed back the release date or something
scred
like,
them over.
Yeah, like
Live action Ferngully.
It's a Walt Disney movie, is it not?
Which one?
John Carter?
I thought so.
I think it's Disney. I don't.
I think
know.
it was Disney.
I think it was like a big company like that.
Mhm. Yeah, I watch it.
Disney.
Which
owns
is
your
older,
soul.
the Oxford University or the Aztec Empire?
Oxford and Dictionary.
Because we heard this earlier, but
Oh yeah, Foster, why are you giving this shit away, man? Then you know the fucking
Secret.
answer. all right, skipping
I'm
this
cheating.
one.
So it's older.
Yes,
Like
well, I mean the Aztec Empire still isn't around anymore. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? The Oxford University is, huh? No,
Well,
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I'd have to look that up because, like, I assume the Aztec civilization is that what it said?
yeah, the Aztec Empire.
Like it lasted.
I heard
1,000 years or something, and I guess
it didn't last very long. I think they're the ones who
disappeared.
polluted their water source with bodies he would throw in there, so then the disease in that water ended up infecting everybody and killed them off or something like that.
I can't remember. Yeah.
Or explorers.
Or maybe that's the Mayans. I don't know. One of
like
those old ancient empires.
I know one of them disappeared or something.
South America.
I thought that was the Mayans that just disappeared.
I don't know. It's
after they predicted the end of the world, right?
Well, but it wasn't.
They were wrong. No, they didn't predict the end of the world. That was the thing.
Yeah, because we're still here.
They
after the third time we said we're supposed to.
Well, I mean, think about it. What if in the future everybody forgets about calendar dates and they have a new way of counting calendar years? So then what if they find one of our calendars and they're like, the end of the world in December, this year. It's going to end in December 31st.
Well, they're saying something like they didn't account for leap years or something like that.
They're like, wait a minute.
Started, so.
They predicted the end of a cycle.
Yeah.
So that was the thing. That was a big thing. It's not the end of the world. It was the end of a cycle.
It's like they would have gone out and bought the next year's calendar. You know what I mean?
Well, so they've just been lazy. Just been like, you know what? Just screw it. We're just going to stop here and
so
going to be done with it.
We're not going to be around. Like I
what do we care?
Like one of my Facebook statuses, like around that time, I was like, they just ran out of rock. Like the world's not going to end in 2012. The Aztecs Mayans just ran out of rock or something.
You never know. I mean, yeah,
it could have been anything. Yeah,
they're not around to tell us exactly what happened, what it is.
There are more fake flamingos in the world than real flamingos.
That's weird.
That is not
a
cool.
Weird fact.
Well, I would.
Well, think of it. You can mass produce them. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Real flamingos?
Sure.
No.
Yes.
Foster can.
You can mass produce.
He's doing
it.
He's mass producing real flamingos as we speak in this
flamingo army. I'm going to use them as a golf sticks or whatever those golf clubs.
Croquet.
Send them to Mars, man. Tell them to figure out where the water is.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Or die.
Hey, you never know. We'll see what happens.
You're gonna have to invest in flamingo spacesuits now.
That's gonna be awesome.
Just a bunch of flamingos you tape together.
This is my
spacesuit.
Oh, nope, they froze. Didn't work.
Flamingos can fly, right? So
just
have some fly and they just carry you into space, and
that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
like what was it? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. There was the book before with thanks for all the fish, all the dolphins fly off.
That was like the fourth book, I think, or something.
Really?
It was. Yeah, the first one was Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Was the first one. That was the first one.
And then
I can't remember the rest of them.
And then
it was like Restaurant at the End of the Universe was one of them. I think one of the last ones.
Something like that.
I bought like a book that has
them, right?
I think there's like 4.
I thought
there's
there was
4 of them.
I didn't knew 2.
It's like
there's 4.
It's a 4-part trilogy. I think it was
four-part trilogy.
It was like the joke, the Douglas Adams joke. I bought like a book of that has all 4 of them in one.
So I've got one. I need to sit down and read it. I mean,
I've started reading the first one. I stopped and then I haven't.
So I've only read the first one.
Yeah, I haven't. I like the movie. The movie that with Martin Freeman in it.
Yeah, I haven't seen the whole thing either.
Like if you just take it as it is, I've heard it's like they cut out a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
because it's a book and a lot of the jokes are book based. But yeah, I didn't mind it. I like that movie.
Did you know that New York City's New York City's farther south than Rome, Italy? But this next one is the one I wanted to get to. Mammoths went extinct 1,000 years after the Egyptians finished building the Great Pyramid.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of those kinds of facts.
WTF?
Yeah,
they could have just been living on a different part of the world.
Well, the thing is, whenever you learn history, you learn it in
incremental blocks of time.
You learn like one Egyptian civilization, then you learn dinosaurs,
caveman, dinosaurs,
stuff like that, and then your next week is Egyptian. So you have that
mental barrier
separation. So it's weird to think that that it all happened at the same time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Did you know the fax machine was invented the same year as people were traveling in the Oregon Trail?
Wow. No. Well. Yeah. Because fax machine that was Edison, right? He did. Well, I mean,
jams up and you beat the fuck out of it with bats outside with your friends.
Well, because it's fax machine is essentially like Morse code stuff. It's just electrical signals getting passed to something else.
Pretty much, yeah.
And it's at a different machine that processes it. Yeah, but it's crazy to think that that happened during Oregon Trail.
I mean, when you think of it, they had photos before that. I mean, it's really crude ones, but I mean, they had photography and
stuff. All right, nobody move.
You see,
You blinked. And they gotta like go load it all back up.
Oh, darn it. Let me get the gunpowder. Let me reload this thing. It's going to take about 10 minutes.
did you see that Million Ways to Die in the West? The Seth MacFarlane movie?
They got some good photo deaths like that.
Yeah, they have some funny humor about the.
Was that
the
already
photos.
out? I didn't think that was out yet.
Yeah, it's
okay.
been in theaters for a while. I don't know if it's still even in theaters.
Oh,
now.
I didn't think it was coming out for a little while longer.
But yeah, they have a thing because no one smiled in pictures, and they're like, like he's like, I want a picture of he's like looking at a picture of his wife, and he's like, I wish I had a picture of her smiling, and someone else was like, no, that'd be weird. You'd like because you have to stand around for like an hour, like for a picture. So it's like you'd look like a crazy person. And then at the end of the movie, they get a picture, and it's like of a person smiling, and he's like, yeah, he does look like he's crazy. So,
what do you guys think about purple carrots? Carrots were originally purple.
What? That's crazy. I did not know that.
I eat it and see if it tastes the same. I mean, as long as it tastes the same. I mean,
yeah, I mean, it'd be just kind of weird. But I heard, like, oranges are usually green, but...
Well, the orange is the fruit. The color is named after the fruit.
Yeah. But the inside of the orange is always orange, but in some when they're grown somewhere else, they're actually green. Like, the outside is green.
Looks like you look at bananas. I mean, they're... green, right before they turn yellow.
Speaking of bananas, did you know humans share 50% of their DNA with bananas?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I've extracted banana.
Your banana DNA?
Banana DNA. Yeah, it was in like
you
school.
don't want to know how.
Well, I don't remember exactly how I did it, but it was in school, and you like take banana and you crush it up, and then you put like chemicals in it, and like there's a layer of banana DNA and like suspended in the liquid.
In the load.
Whoa.
In the banana load.
Calm down.
You stroke the banana a lot.
Just keep rubbing it, Jimmy. It's going to happen.
This doesn't look like a banana, Patrick.
No, it's orange, ain't it?
Don't ask.
It's yellow, isn't it?
Oh, no.
And that's why Jimmy's scarred for life.
Blew my mind. I can't eat bananas anymore.
If a piece of paper were folded 42 times, it would reach the moon.
What?
Wait, what?
Yeah, if a piece of paper were folded 42 times, it would reach the moon.
Like, I guess thickness-wise or something.
A piece of... I mean...
It'd be like if you stretch... Like, if you got all the atoms of a paper and, like, stacked them, it'd be like that tall.
Because when you... yeah, I mean...
Well, because you can't... Like, it's that thing, you can't fold the paper more than 7 times or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Because it gets too thick. But if you can fold it 40 times... Because when you fold a paper 7 times, it'd be like this thick. If you do it 42 times...
Well, it makes sense because the layers would keep doubling every time. So eventually it gets so darn...
thick. It'd be...
Thick. That I guess that makes sense. I mean...
It's weird. It's weird that it's that big.
Did you know there were more nipples on Earth than people?
Well, yeah. I mean, everybody has 2. Duh. I mean...
Wait. Only 2?
Saudi Arabia imports camels from Australia. Why did you say only 2?
Wait, what?
Oh, Jimmy. Saudi Arabia imports camels from Australia. I always thought they were from the Middle East.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
What do you think? I don't know. Australia, I think, would be a better place to live, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's weird. It's weird. I've never thought of camels in Australia.
I mean, I don't know.
If you put your finger in your ear and scratch, it sounds just like Pac-Man.
Oh, happening.
That sounds kind of like it. Yeah, that's.
I don't know. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna.
I know if you put your hand over your ear and fold it over and rub it down, it sounds like thunder. Do it slowly, like fold the top part of your ear down and rub it. It'll sound like thunder.
I don't know if listeners can hear.
I guess kinda. I mean,
kind of. Let's see.
If you stick your finger in your eye, it sounds. If you stick a knife in your eye,
it sounds like a scream.
It sounds like Mozart's 7th.
So like if you stick your palm on your face, if your palm's bigger than your face, you're stupid or something like that.
No, you have AIDS.
Yeah,
you have AIDS.
I heard it was cancer.
Yeah. I can't remember what it was.
And then you hit him.
Well, back when I was a kid, AIDS was big, and I guess cancer was big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then retards.
I said stupid.
Yeah,
I said stupid.
I didn't say.
I said stupid. You said retard.
You just said it too.
Second podcast where y'all said it.
Hey,
that was him. I said stupid.
I thought it was cool. You calling them stupid?
Oh no!
Me, don't put words in my mouth.
We're getting arrested. Oh no, we're all getting sued.
I'm not the only racist one here.
We're not politically correct here.
I'm not racist. I hate everybody the same. Let's see. You know, it rains diamonds on Saturn and Jupiter. So all we got to do is figure out a way to get there, collect the diamonds, and then come back and sell them, right?
Nice. But we can't sell them all at once because
Say screw Mars. Yeah, let's just go there.
we'd flood the
Yeah,
market.
fuck that.
Yeah, I've heard that fact before. And then like the person that it was on a show called QI. If you like interesting facts, definitely watch QI. It's a British show that deals with all like facts like this. And when they talked about that, the diamonds on Saturn, it's like the headline in the newspapers tomorrow: Mariah Carey finds a way to go to Saturn.
Oh.
Well, I mean, when you
He
think
said
of,
it funnier.
When you think of it, all diamonds are it's just carbon, just under super high pressure. That's all it is. I mean, it's the same thing as graphite and pencils. I mean, it's exactly
How many pictures do y'all take a day?
me.
Yeah.
Like none.
Well, not me one.
It depends
Oh, my
if
gosh.
I'm at
Well,
something.
I used to be, but I haven't done it like lately. But
No, he's
every
he
2
takes
minutes, people nowadays people take more pictures than all humanity did in the 19th century.
I could believe that. Sure.
selfies. Oh yeah, once it started.
Think of it. There's a camera on everything nowadays.
Yeah.
Sure, I could totally believe that.
Yeah, it's
doesn't
it's
sound-
probably so cheap nowadays to put a camera on.
Because I mean, everything has a camera nowadays. So sure,
yeah.
your computer has one. Your
Yeah,
phone
like
has
your-
one.
What did you say?
What? Your
What is-
computer has
oh,
one. Your phone
okay.
has one.
All right. I thought you said something else.
But
Of course you did.
well, that has a camera
Don't
on it
know.
too.
Hell yeah.
They
Mine
can.
does. It's a
Whoa.
POV cam.
Oh.
All right. A straw only has one hole in it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, it's
It's weird to think. That's one of those weird to think about, but true
How about this one? Dolphins have names for one another.
for that.
I wonder if they have names for us.
Probably idiots.
douchebags.
Probably both those idiot douchebags.
Or like we're training you, not you're training us.
Vending machines are twice as likely to kill you as a shark.
Sure.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I guess. Oh yeah.
'Cause, I mean,
I was about to kick that machine's
I was
ass
gonna say,
upstairs
you-
and jit me out of fucking Big Red, but then I found a Reese's Pieces on the top of the other machine, so I guess it evened
you
out.
just found.
Yeah, it was
yeah,
just
it was
sitting there. I was
up
like,
there.
Oh yeah, I actually bought some Reese's Pieces earlier, so and I
because
put them up there.
it was a peanut butter cups, not pieces.
Yeah.
Ah, I got you there. No, I could totally believe that. Sure. I mean, sharks most of the time they'll just leave you alone. I mean,
More-
the whole.
They're more.
You
afraid than
you have more contact with vending
Well, 'cause-
machines, right?
Well,
Yeah.
I've heard pigs kill more people than like any other. Well, that and like
I thought it was
hippopotamuses.
hippos, yeah.
Hippos and pigs are like
Hippos
probably
in,
the
like,
most deadly
Africa,
animals.
Hippos kill more people than lions and everything.
That's
I
because
think.
they're just not happy animals over there. I
yeah,
guess.
well, I mean, people go swimming and then a fucking hippo comes up and you're like, oh,
because they're extremely territorial, from what I've
Yeah.
heard. They're like, no, this is my
I mean,
spot.
if you were-
Get the hell out of here, or
if
you
were
die.
like that into water, you know what I'm saying? And water is very scarce over there. I'd be the same way. Like, fuck out of my water. And if I had teeth that big,
I'll
give me a
say-
break. It'd
Yeah,
be
Yeah,
over.
nothing's gonna mess with you. I mean, lions gonna try to mess with you. You're like, no way. I'm a lot bigger than you are.
Yeah, you seen that
Come on,
picture
calm
of
down.
like a guy getting chased by a hippo? It's funny.
Dude, we gotta find that. I want to see it. A strawberry isn't a berry, but a banana is. So are avocados and watermelons.
That's weird to think that, but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The
It's weird that a banana is, That's weird. And strawberry isn't. I guess what would be a strawberry?
Why would he call
like
it a strawberry if it's not a strawberry is a fruit because it got seeds,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
like what's the difference? It's like vegetables.
Vegetables don't have seeds. Fruits do.
I
But
mean,
then-
cucumbers are vegetable, right? It has seeds.
Yeah, cucumber. Yeah, I believe so.
I don't.
Bananas technically have seeds,
I
but there's
think, like-
soft seeds in the middle of the banana, so I don't know why that's.
I don't. I remember. I used to remember the distinction. Like I was like, thought it was like bananas or vegetables. You don't eat the seeds, and fruit you do, or something weird like that. I'll have to look it up. 'Cause it's gonna blow my mind. Or it's gonna.
It's blowing
Eat
my
it-
mind
eat
right
it.
now. Did you know that the probability of you drinking a glass of water that contains a molecule of water that also passed through a dinosaur is almost 100%?
Yeah,
Sure.
I've heard that.
That's
Sure.
kind of gross.
Well, I heard it differently. I heard it like you probably drinking a bottle of water that one molecule probably Cleopatra drank or something like that.
Sure, I could.
Speaking of Cleopatra, did you know she lived closer to the invention of the iPhone than she did to the building of the Great Pyramid?
Yeah, that's another.
Mind is blown. Bro.
Yeah, that's another.
I mean, that tells you how long the Egyptian civilization
Good
was around.
Great. Gee whiz.
True.
Gee whiz, dude. Do you remember? Do you know that when you remember a life event, you're remembering the last time you remembered it, not the actual event?
Sure, that makes sense. Because I mean, your brain's basically taking like a snapshot of that.
That's
event.
why every time. That's why they say the more time that passes and you try to recall something.
What about the first time you
changes.
remember it?
But the first time you remembered it would be the last time.
Well, yeah. So what was the fact again?
When you remember a life event, you were remembering the last time you remembered it, not the actual event.
Like if I do that and then I just remember that I just did that.
You're remembering you when you just did that.
I just remember the brain activity that happened.
I don't know, Jimmy. Why you gotta complicate this, man?
Well, I want to prove this wrong.
Your mind just went back into time
and
remembered you doing that because it knew you were gonna. I don't know, man. Fuck.
Okay. So yes,
that is a good one, though, right? I mean, I'd like to. We gotta remember this and do an episode on figuring out how the fuck what that means exactly.
Science.
Listen, science boy.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's too much research.
That's kind of a lot of work.
Take a while.
I'd
like to think about that more, but I really don't want
When you remember a life event, you were remembering the last time you remembered that, not the actual event. You got me by the balls.
Yeah, I don't.
No, I don't, but
North Korea and
Hands above the
Finland
table.
are separated by one country. Can you name it?
Wait, what?
North Korea and Finland are separated by one country.
Russia.
North America and Finland. Okay, yeah.
North Korea.
North Korea.
What did I say?
North America.
North America.
Yeah, that makes sense. Russia, sure.
Yeah.
Because
Russia's big.
it's just a straight line that way.
A pig's orgasm can last for 30 minutes.
Well, could it also be connected by no? Like if they're bordering any water? I mean, can any water be connected with each other?
Wait, what?
It could also be
Wait, what?
North Korea and Finland. North Korea and Finland also connected by 0 countries. If you go water.
Well, if you do that, then any country with a coast is connected to any other country. I mean, that's
take
that's
that
kind of a
fact. Add that fact on there.
That's kind of a
any water.
I think they're talking if you draw a straight line between the two countries, that makes sense. But if you're gonna, I mean, technically,
say Jesus backwards and tell me what it sounds like.
Jesus.
Let's go.
Sausage.
Sounds like sausage.
Sausage.
That's what it says. Jesus backwards sounds like sausage.
Sausage. Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. Can you say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious backwards?
No.
Yeah, if you take it syllable by syllable, that's also QI. That it's like I can't even think about it, but it's like XP ala rumpus or something like that is the end of it. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, and you just take it syllable by syllable. I used to be able to do it.
Pluto never made a full orbit around the sun from the time it was discovered to when it was declassified as a planet.
Wait, what happened? It's still a planet? Is that what you said?
Pluto never made a full orbit around the sun from the time it was discovered till the time it was declassified as a planet.
Which never happened.
Sure, when you think about how damn far out it is, that makes sense. That's a big, huge circle. Or I guess oval, it's
Good
more of.
grief, man.
It's a planet in my mind.
You cannot breathe and swallow at the same time.
That, yes. Because it's the same.
Tried?
Well, no, it's well, it's because, when you breathe air, it goes to the same, goes to your, esophagus and stuff.
So water would go.
And that's what, that's right there is how you kill off the entire human population is you just suffocate them, just clog their throats. Well, there you go. Then they're screwed.
Well, yeah.
Well, no, I mean, we're the only animals that can't, from what I've heard.
Oh, really?
Because I've heard most other animals have actual 2 separate tracks for
food,
breathing and eating.
That's cool.
So it's actually, a de-evolution. I don't know, weakness of humans. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
it's just some mutation. They're just this is easier. Let's just have one.
And by the way, I am not a mad scientist. I've just actually heard about this before.
You're creating a plan to kill off the human race, aren't you?
I believe so.
Don't piss me off.
I know how to let's go to a new webisode. Foster's trying to take over the world.
But
that's about it for today, man.
I
know people can breathe in and out at the same time, or it's circular breathing or whatever it's called. That's how people can play the clarinet like one note, like that one guy, Michael Bolton, or what, I think it was Michael Bolton.
Michael Bolton, really? You're gonna bring him
who
into
was
this?
another who's a famous clarinet guy? I think it was Michael. I think it was Michael Bolton. He did
Kenny Rogers, Kenny Bolton. It's
I can't think of the name. It's something like that.
Kenny
Some
Smith. Kenny Smith is the basketball guy. Kenny Rogers is the country guy. Kenny Loggins. No, he's the singer.
but
I don't know.
he held a one note for like a day or something. Like the
I know that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
I know that guy. What's his fucking name?
Kenny
Rogers.
No.
Loggins. Smith.
I can't think of it. But he holds the record for the longest sustained.
Kenny Rogers, Kenny Smith, Kenny everything but the one I'm
But
looking
like
for.
Clarinet, Kenny Clarinet or something like that.
Kenny.
It's actually Kenny Clarinet.
There we go.
But, that's his name.
I have no idea.
He has the
Kenny G.
Kenny G.
It's
I think
a fucking letter.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember one fucking letter.
Like he held a note, a G note, for the longer like a day, and because he can do circular breathing, he can while he's exhaling, blowing into the clarinet.
Do you still have a recorder?
No, I don't.
I
I totally kept it from the last.
Let's go find a
20 years ago.
find a recorder. We're gonna try this.
I've always that'd be cool to do, like because
I bet you need training. I don't think it's something you could just do right off the bat.
Well, yeah,
What
like
do you mean
anything.
training?
Like anything.
Come on. I'm a master at all, Foster. That's why I said paint me green. I'll turn into the Hulk right now. Shit.
Patrick dies because he's trying. He tried to do circular.
Next episode,
You're gonna hear me like for like 10 seconds in the background playing the recorder, and then you're just gonna hear like body collapsing.
Yeah,
like,
but
all right,
circular
replace
breathing,
your
like
Beto or
inhaling and
The
exhaling.
freaking
at the
ambulance
same time.
people walking in here and pulling me out.
But yeah, that's
best
Circular
episode ever.
breathing.
mind blowing. Mind blowed.
My mind is
We
blown.
blowed all the listeners' mind. Their minds are blown.
I don't even know, man. I got a headache kind of thinking about all this crap. And Kenny G's pissing me off. I'm totally going to try to attempt to break that record.
Well, if you remember it, you're not remembering the event. You're remembering the memory.
The first time I remember. Well, I don't know, man, because you just said if I dropped the phone and then I remember, hey, I dropped my phone.
Like, are you remembering?
Something's not right.
Maybe it's like the
between
second time you try to.
There's something missing in the middle. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
We're going to have to call somebody.
Like,
I don't know.
I guess. I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with like.
I think it's just the way you remember. It's like a photo. The idea if it's more of like a photo instead of.
Well, it's like it makes sense because they say that like your brain gets rid of stuff to remember new shit.
Sure.
You know, so I mean,
Think
by
of it like
not remembering the actual event, and remembering the last time you thought of it, that'll let you get rid of.
kind of
some
like a file cabinet, I guess.
Yeah,
is the
you know what I
idea.
mean. Like you replace some of the files with like the newer, the updated version.
I don't know. I think
Yeah, I
that's
don't
weird.
know either.
Maybe I'm different. Maybe we're
That-
just,
maybe you're
we're
just weird. I don't know,
Maybe
but-
I'm just like the best human ever, with the
I
best
don't know,
brain
man.
ever.
You just
that actually remembers
get the
events.
And
dumbest
yet you're here with
questions.
us.
What is that? Dang it!
What does that make
I
us?
build myself up, and Foster just.
I'm
breaks
awesome.
me down.
I'm awesome. I'm awesome. All right, guys. Any last words?
No, I mean it's just
watch QI. That show.
Watch
It's-
QI.
If you have the British version of Netflix, use the Ola extension. QI. It's an awesome show. It's
You guys
Stephen
gotta
Fry.
go watch Walk Like a Man with Howie Mandel and Christopher Lloyd.
Okay. And what's your suggestion that we watch?
Or
I
any
don't know.
suggestion?
Snowpiercer.
I guess yeah. I mean,
Snowpiercer.
are we talking just movies, just in general? I mean, I
Or
like
anything.
MythBusters.
Or
I mean,
TV
that's a great show
Mythbusters.
for.
It just started. New
crazy
season
stuff.
just started. Yeah, I just
That's
watched
a-
the first episode.
Huh, very
I haven't
nice,
watched it in a
very
while, but
nice.
that's a good show.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, from Patrick, Jimmy, Foster, this is Thinking Outside the Pod. Make sure you check us out on
Facebook, Twitter.
Facebook,
Or just
Twitter,
just check out our
Stitcher,
thinkingoutsidethepod.com. You'll find all of our links
iTunes.
to everything.
Yes, our website, of course,
Yeah.
thinkingoutsidethepod.com.
Yeah, we have our blogs. We've been kind of
Yes,
doing that.
check out our
There's
blogs.
a
Oh,
link.
that's right. I gotta get started.
Yeah.
Thinking Outside
Foster.
the Pod /Jimmy. Thinking Outside the Pod /Patrick. And Foster's will be up by next episode.
Maybe
At some point.
I don't know. I'm gonna be out all next week, so I can try to do it while I'm out.
Yeah.
Well, you got time. If you got spare time, I can upload it for you. And you just work on it and set it up.
I guess I'll probably get working on it.
Yeah. So yeah, check out that. I just did Snowpiercer. I did a review on that, and I'm gonna do one about Planet of the Apes because I just saw it. So
Excellent.
be on the lookout for that.
All right, guys. Thank everybody for listening. And be with us next week at the same bat time at the same bat place.
Peace.
Minus me, because I'll be out. So
Oh yeah, he
It'll
won't be
be-
here next week.
QuakeCon in Dallas. So.
We'll get him on the phone and ask him dumb questions.
We'll just have like a memory episode of Foster.
I don't know. I may be
just-
driving back from Dallas back then, so I don't know.
Or we'll
I have no
call
idea.
you. We'll
Then
call
we'll
you.
definitely call you.
We'll phone this interview in.
I'm being chased by cats.
But or the next week after, or the week.
I don't know
after.
why these red and blue lights behind me. Please explain.
Oh,
They're
we-
chasing me. It's scaring me.
We have a guest on. We have another guest. It's Officer Smith.
Can I see your license, sir?
Like what? What is that?
Do you know how fast you were going?
Say hello to the podcast audience.
No. Would you still have to step out of the car, sir?
Get down on the ground. but yeah, the week after that, we'll have some new
that a
stories
taser?
because you'll have some
They're macing me.
you'll have some cool experiences.
We'll figure something out.
Take
Yeah.
pictures.
May do a Foster episode. I don't know. We'll
Take
figure
pictures.
out.
We'll
Nah,
see.
wait a minute.
Video
Whoa,
game
whoa, whoa.
episode.
Yeah,
Take pictures, man.
yeah, it'll be cool. But yeah, we have some cool things coming up.
Thank you, folks, for listening, and enjoy.
All right, see you later.